Hello there everyone, welcome to another video. It is me, Desiree, and today I'm doing a collab video. It's going to be with my friend kittykatbeauty. We did one not too long ago about brands we don't buy from anymore and why. And today we're doing best and worst holiday stuff we've purchased so far, plus things we still want and stuff we don't want. And it is shadow central in here. It's nighttime. It's in reality, people. Anyway, if you didn't catch our last collab video, I will definitely link it down below, and I'll link her channel and her video down below. I can't wait to see what she talks about. Yeah, she's really cool. In case you guys didn't check out her channel last time, she's very cool. She does a lot of drugstore stuff from Amazon, a lot of indie brands. She posts very regularly. She loves cats. And yeah, definitely go check her out and subscribe to her channel. She's really cool, and I can't wait to see what she talks about. But anyway, let's jump into my video. We're going to be talking about, I was going to organize it and then I kind of didn't, so I'm just going to pick something and start talking about it. First thing, this is the Bite Beauty Sweet Treats Party Prep Agave Lip Care Set. Any corresponding videos I'll definitely link down below as well, because I have talked about some of this in dedicated videos. I love this little thing. I wanted to get another one. This will last me so long, I don't need to get another one. They had two of them, and one was like Sleepy Time. It had a lavender scented one in it, and I kind of felt that would bug me. So I didn't get the lavender one, I got this one. It comes in a glass jar, and it comes with a little mini of agave lip mask. This is a champagne. I love this one. The amount you use of this to cover your entire lips is like so little. This is going to last a long time. It also comes with a little blister pack of the agave lip scrub. Obviously, I haven't tried that yet. But this is the agave lip balm. It's awesome. It's really thick. It doesn't come with a whole lot, but I've been using it regularly and I don't feel like I've worn it down at all. It is really thick. You're trying to put it on your lips. You kind of have to like drag it a little bit or go a little slow so it kind of warms up. It's really thick. It kind of feels like you're putting on a light layer of the mask, but I love this little thing. Definitely one of my favorite things I purchased this holiday season. I love it. Actually, let's put that over there. Another thing that I really like is this Nars set here. It was called Little Fetishes, and it comes in like this little plastic thing, and it was wrapped in paper really well, but both of mine were broken anyway. It comes with a mini Laguna bronzer and a mini of the Fort de France highlighter. The highlighter is really nice. I love it. I feel like I keep opening my eyes really wide. I don't know why I'm doing that. Anyway, this is how the highlighter looks. Hey, that's mine. Dog is in here. This is the highlighter. I really love it. In the pan, I thought it was going to be too golden, but it's like a really light white gold. It's beautiful. And then the bronzer, I had never tried Laguna bronzer before, but this is how it looks. Mine was broken, of course, but it's really pigmented, and I wasn't expecting that, so I do use a light hand, but it's really pretty, and I'm glad I picked this up because I got to try two other products from Nars. Speaking of Nars, oh my god, this is the Nars Tryst palette. Let's pop this baby out. Look how cool this packaging is. It's studded. It's just really beautiful looking. It sucks. This palette, I'm returning it for one. It sucks. It sucks so bad. This is how the inside looks. It's gorgeous. I don't know if you can see all the wear I've given to these little powders here. They have no pigmentation. No pigmentation. I was so severely disappointed in this palette. This one here in the middle was the first one I tried to use, and I was putting it on, and I was like, what? Literally just scraping, almost digging around in the pan to get color to show up on my face. Even these two really dark ones on the end here, I thought I wasn't going to use those because they're darker shades, and I was like, you know what? That might be a little too pigmented for me. I, no joke, go into them like this. I don't even dust off excess. I put it on, and it'll look like this. It's crazy. I'm so disappointed in this. It's like the most disappointing thing in my life. That's very dramatic. But I don't like this. It has no pigmentation. I do not recommend it. It was not worth the money. And I knew better. I knew better than to buy this because anything I've tried from Nars in a palette has been awful. Anything in a single, even minis, are really good. But palettes they make are always really bad. I don't know why. A palette that is freaking awesome is this Too Faced Tickled Peach palette. This is so good. This is so good. It's beautiful. It's in a tin package here, and the smell, right away I can smell. It's like that peach smell, sweet peach rings. Every single shade in here is amazing. They're so rich feeling. They're rich. They feel great when you swatch them. They feel great going on your eyes. They all blend really well. I don't get any fallout. Every shade in here looks great with every other shade in here. Like this purple one here looks good with that one right there. That's how, oh, they're so beautiful. I enjoy using this palette. Every time I open it, I'm just like, yes, I love it. As much as I love a huge palette, I love a nicely curated one like this where every formula is good, every shadow is good. I love it. I have nothing bad to say about this. The scent I could do without, but this is, I highly recommend picking this one up, especially if this color scheme is something you're into, because the formula is excellent. Next thing I'm grabbing here is this little palette. This was called Enchanting something, Midnight something. I'll link it down below, of course. But it was a $10 palette from Sephora. You can see the little crease here where you're going to bend it open. And this is how it looks. No mirror included. It comes with three shimmer shades and 5 matte shades. This isn't my favorite thing I've bought. Probably one of my least favorite things I purchased out of the stuff I have here. The 3 shimmers here are good because they just are. Those ones there. Whoops. Re-swatched something. So yeah, the shimmers are good. These are the thinnest, lightest, barely there mattes. They kind of disappear when you put them on. I wouldn't recommend this really. There's something else I bought from this collection that I love way more. But for $10 to have 3 shades that are really good, I don't know. Wasn't really worth it for me. I can't really recommend it wholeheartedly. Next up, I have the Ciate Glitterstorm. Let's see some Glitterstorm action. Ooh, let's see. Is it working? There we go. I filmed a first impression on this palette and I didn't post it, and I'm really glad I didn't because my opinion is so different now from my first impression. So when you open it up here, the lid is really heavy, obviously, because it has that top on it, but it doesn't tip over when you set it down, and I kind of thought it was. Let me wipe off these swatches here so I can swatch those glitters for you. So the palette, the shimmer and the matte shades in here are freaking great. That shade right there called Solar is one of my most used shades. I absolutely love it. It goes on the lid beautifully. I mean, it has a little more red and berry tone to it than it's actually showing in a swatch. And here it does look kind of brown red, but it's beautiful on the lids. I absolutely love it. The 4 mattes here are also really good. The glitters though here, if I had swatched these in store, I probably wouldn't have bought this palette because they don't swatch that great. They actually swatch awful. So this is how they swatch out, okay? I don't know if you can see. Like, look at that one. Nothing. Look at that one. I would not have bought this in a million years if I swatched it in the store. Don't be misled by the swatches. They perform really great on the lid. I wish I was wearing it today. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put some of this on today. I'm going to take that shade right there called Firestorm. See, even when you put them on your finger, this light's kind of acting crazy. Okay, let's put this on. You do have to apply these with your finger. With a brush, they're going to be a nightmare. I promise you. They're going to go everywhere. They're so beautiful. I don't know if you can really see it, but oh my gosh, I love it. So on first application, can you see? Can you see it? Can you see it? On first application, they're beautiful. They do claim to be fallout free, which they are if you apply them with your finger and you do not go back in to try to blend. I wish you could see it a little better. If you don't go try back in to blend it around, they're going to fall everywhere. They also are going to fall on your face no matter what throughout the day. Within about an hour or two, the glitter is going to be all right here. And I saw one on my nose the other day, just seeing, and I was like, there's a glitter on my nose. They're all right here. It kind of just falls everywhere throughout the day. Not even that long, like maybe an hour or two, they're going to start falling everywhere. So they look really great when you first put them on, but they're not the best glitters I've ever tried, I'll say that much. But they look beautiful when you put them on your lids. So the palette, I love it. This part here. This part here I love. These here, not the best glitter I've ever tried, but I'm still glad I got it. I still like it, and I still like using it. It's just, the glitter's kind of annoying after a while. Something I love, the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Volume 4. I tried to wipe all the fingerprints off for you. This is how it looks. This is so freaking beautiful. I love it. I do get these 2 shades here just kind of together on a brush. Just do this and set my face with it. That's a really great highlight. I use that as bronzer, obviously, and those 2 blushes. This one here I use all the time. And I kept thinking that the veining wasn't going to work that well. Like, I kept thinking I was going to have to target my brush on the color, but you don't. You just tap it in there and you'll get color on your brush. This is a very beautiful palette. I've wanted one of these hourglass palettes every single year they release one. But this was the first one that really like made me want to buy it. And I was like, I have to get that one. It looks the most beautiful. I also got the other one, the Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked, the gold one. This one I don't use as much as the other one. I don't really know why. I think just because I'm stuck on that one. But as every time I've used it though, I do really like it. It does have a deeper bronzer in here, another highlight, 2 blushes. It doesn't have anything with like the veining or those marble looks. The marble looking palette. What am I trying to say? It doesn't look like the other palette. So yeah, this is this one. I haven't really tried it a whole lot. I can't really recommend it as much as the other one. But yeah, that's the palette. I'm so glad I have it. I'm so glad I have it. Something I absolutely was shocked by is this. The Sephora brand Enchanting Colors Face and Eye Palette. This is so good. I was shocked at how much I loved this. It has 8 shadows, a bronzer, blush, and highlighter. Highlighter is not my absolute favorite. Bronzer takes a little building up depending on the brush you're using. But the shadows, every single one of them is amazing. I was shocked. I never liked Sephora's eyeshadows. I can't tell you how many times I've bought shadows and returned them. And I gave up because I kept just wasting money and wasting the product because they're going to throw it away. I gave up on them a long time ago. I decided to try them again this year. And I was like, what? This is amazing. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to swatch just a few shades for you here. Am I shaking the table? I'm sorry. But there's a few of the shades swatched there. Every single time I use this, I absolutely love it. It's a joy to use. Shades blend well. They perform well. They last well. Really like it a lot. Another thing I bought from that same collection is the Midnight Wishes 16 color palette. This is how it looks. Every single time I've used this, I've loved what I've done with it. I love this thing. There's a lot of shimmers though. There's probably there's 4 mattes. There's 4 mattes in this whole entire thing. So if you love shimmer, you love shimmer in the crease like I do, you're going to love this palette. Well, I don't know if you'll love the palette, but you'll really enjoy this. You'll get some nice looks out of this. There's only one shade in here that's a big miss for me, and it's this one right here, which I was hoping to really use and love, but it's just so lightly pigmented, and that was a concentrated swatch I did. Trying to get it on the lids is so impossible, but everything else in here I've really, really enjoyed. I like this palette. Their formula is good, and I like it. It's very expensive. I thought it was $15. For $15, yes. If this is available after Christmas and you've wanted it, get it for $15. Do not pay $25 for it, which is what it is now. $24 or $25, I think it's too expensive for that, but it's still a good product. Another thing I'm returning is the Milk Makeup Meet the Fam set. Not worth the money. Not worth the money. Not for me. What was I thinking? Anyway, it comes with the cooling water, which I do really love. I love this in the mini size. I think it's perfect because I put it under my eyes and on my eyelids, and I think it's great. The Watermelon Brightening Serum I think is good. Maybe if you've never tried a serum before in your entire life, you might think this is a really good serum, but the bronzer here was dry as a bone. When I tried to put this on, you could hear it scraping my face. It's completely dried up. The blush has no pigmentation. The 2 highlighters I actually do really like on my bare skin, and the mascara is good, but it flakes like crazy. So to like 2 highlighters in this whole thing, this is not worth keeping for me. I hate returning stuff, and I really wish I liked this more because I don't want to keep it. It was just a waste of money. Something I absolutely love is the Ciate Astrolights Jeweled Palette. I want the other one so bad, and every time I open this to use it, I'm reminded of how much I want the other one. But I don't need it. But this one, I want it. So anyway, this is how it looks here. And then inside you get some freaking great eyeshadows. These are so great. Every single shade in here performs beautifully. They all blend really well. You have this really awesome duochrome here in the middle that just kind of makes any shade in this palette really pop. You can't really see it in a swatch though, but it's beautiful. I love using that one on the inner corner. I use it all the time. This is great. 4 mattes on the bottom, 4 shimmers on the top, / metallic. You can build them up to look really great. I love this thing. Let me do a few more swatches for you. And where's the other one? Right there. Beautiful. Great, easy to blend. They go on well. No fallout if you tap off your brush. Highly recommend checking out this palette if that color scheme is something that you love. Absolutely love that thing. Now I want the other one. I'm reminding myself now, get the other one before it's gone forever. An eyeshadow palette that I wish I loved more is the Natasha Denona Mini Star Palette. I don't love this, and I was really hoping I did because the Mini Sunset Palette is one of my favorite things I've purchased all year. And this just isn't. This isn't one of my favorite things I even own. So this is how it looks. The two mattes here are great. Her matte shades I find are my favorites. They're just so beautiful. Rich, really rich and nicely pigmented, not over the top where you're going to go crazy with it and mess up your face like I normally do with overly pigmented shadows. And it has one of these blue-brown... Where was this committee that got together to decide that, you know what everyone wants? A blue, green, brown, red shade. And we're going to put it all in the same exact pan, and every brand is going to make one. And I don't like this shade. I don't like this type of shade. I don't like this type of tone. I don't like this shade. Why does every brand put something out like that? Anyway, this is one of the least good ones of all the ones I've tried. It's like the least pigmented, the least kind of fancy. I don't know how to describe it. It's just not the best blue brown I've ever used. And I don't even like that shade. This one here on the top, where am I going with this story? This one here on the top is kind of flaky, and I find it hard to use. It kind of goes all over my face. And the one in the middle is just fine. So to have only 3 shades that I really like for $25, this, I can't recommend it. I can't recommend it. If you want to try one of these mini ones, get the mini sunset. The mini sunset one is amazing. Every shade in there is freaking bomb. And then the last 2 things I'm going to talk about are from Smashbox. I have here the Holidaze Contour and Spotlight Palette. The box looks like this. And I was surprised that the packaging also has the holiday design on it, because it didn't do it last year. Last year it didn't, or the year before either, and I was very disappointed. It was $39. This is going to go on sale. Their big palette always goes on sale, so wait for a sale. But it's freaking great. If this is something that suits your fancy and suits your skin tone, unfortunately there's not a whole range of shades in here, which is kind of disappointing, but if it's something that works for you, I guess it's really, really great. The powders in here are great. Every time I use this, I love it. It comes with the bronzer, the contour, and the highlight all in matte. Everything else is like their spotlight things. These 2 on the top here, I think they could have swapped one out for like a blush or a darker bronzer. Same thing with these 2 down here. They kind of look the same once you get them on the face. But it's a really great palette. The powders perform so well. And I love this. I don't regret purchasing it for a second. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about is a Smashbox Holidaze Photo Finish Travel Primer Trio. It was $22. It does come wrapped up in a nice little paper here. And these are the 3 products you get. You get this little, and they also have the limited edition packaging, which is really cool. You get the primer water, which is awesome. I have one of these full size in the fridge already. I have this one. I've barely used it. I keep it right here when I want to just spray my face in the morning. But I keep one in the fridge. I love this stuff. It's great to spray on your skin. If you're not the type of person to put makeup on right after skincare, it's great to kind of moisturize your face, wake yourself up. It has a little caffeine in it, if I'm not mistaken. And I like it. I like it a lot. I don't set my makeup with it, though, because I feel it's a little too watery, too wet. But it's a good product. And then it comes with a mini of the Photo Finish Smooth and Blur Primer. I thought this feels different, because I used this years ago and I really hated it. But this feels different. I don't know if they reformulated or what, but it's not as powdery and slick and slippery as the old one was. And then it comes with the mini of the Photo Finish Primerizer, Primer, and Moisturizer in one. This is, I wasn't expecting this type of product. I thought this was going to be an oil for some reason. But it's like a moisturizer. This is really good if, like the other thing, if you don't put your makeup on right after your skincare and you kind of let it dry. This is really good because it's literally like putting on a moisturizer. And it's awesome. I don't use it all the time because I do put makeup on right after skincare and it's just like a too much moisturizer. But that is that. Those are all the products I've purchased so far and what I think about them. And the video is getting very long, but I want to quickly mention the products I still want. I want one of the IT Cosmetics It Girl palettes. I wanted one last year, never bought it, and I want the one this year. I just love the way it looks, the shades, I just want it. I also want the Maybelline Mini Mascara set from Walgreens. It has like a bunch of mini mascaras. I love mini mascara. I think they're far superior to full-size mascara. And it's going to go on sale on Sunday for half off. So if you wanted that, it's going to go on sale on Sunday half off, and that's what I'm going to buy it. I want that Clinique blush palette. Every single time it goes in stock, I click on it immediately and it's out of stock right away. That thing is so popular and I want it so bad. I also want the Pharmacy, the Minis set. It's like a skincare set of stuff I've been wanting to try from them. And then Commodity. I don't know if Commodity came... Hey, give me that! Give me that! That dog. He's a nuisance. Hold on. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell in my video. I want to get something from Commodity. I freaking love this brand. They're a fragrance brand, and last year they came out with mini candles and mini fragrances. And it's the best thing ever. I loved it. I fell in love with the brand. I haven't seen them release anything so far, though, this year. But if they do, I'm scooping it up so fast. And then a couple things I don't want. Anything from Kat Von D's, fetish stuff. Every single year, I want Kat Von D's holiday release. I've never bought one. And then I just regret it the entire year. I think about it for years later, like, why didn't I buy that? But this year, the fetish palette, the blush palette, they just don't look fun to me. That rectangle shape she still does for her eyeshadows, I think is kind of boring. Does the same exact layout. She kind of reminds me of Too Faced and Tarte. They do the exact same shades all the time. They just change the packaging around to fool you that it's new, but it's really not. So, and speaking of that, Too Faced and Tarte, I don't want anything from that brand this year for holiday. They always come out with something garbage for holiday, which is no exception this year. And then Fenty. Fenty's the last one. I just fell in love with this brand. I have no interest in trying anything from them anymore, and that's that. Breathe. That's my super long video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've tried any of this stuff, please let me know what your thoughts are. Definitely go check out Kat. I will link her down below. I can't wait to watch her video. And thank you for sticking with me. I know it was a long one, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you for watching. I will see you in another video. Goodbye.